What up? What up? What up, everybody? What's up? We're going to get started in just a moment. In just a moment, we'll get started here. All right. Check, check, check. All right. Just want to make sure my mic is on and everybody can hear me good. All right. It's 9:15 and I am going to get started here today. Let me just see here. All right. Anyways, check it out. This is the first time I am putting on the basement talk for YouTube, and I'm actually pretty excited about it. Right, I'm using my YouTube page for music and discussions. If you were with me before, you know that we used Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and everything to stream our podcast before, and that went well, went really well. We took a little break from it, but we wanted to bring it back. We realized we still have some fans out here, um, but more importantly, right? It's not necessarily for the fans. In all honesty, it is for me. Uh, just to be honest with you, it's more therapeutic than anything. Just to kind of discuss problems, issues. Um, but we don't. I don't do this for trying to get back at people or explaining situations, anything like that. I just do it for myself. It's a little self therapy. It's therapeutic, and I really do like chatting and conversating with people. So, with that being said, um, feel free to comment in the chat. Once I get better at this YouTube, maybe I can click somebody in. We can have some open chats, open discussions, and just go from there. All right. So let's kick back. And get started here. And I won't waste your time. But what about the Ravens game though? Ooh, crazy, right? I really wanted the Ravens to win, but then again, I feel good for Josh Allen. Um, they ball, they balled out. It's football. Anything can happen, right? Any given Sunday. All right, check it out. I'm gonna turn my mic up just a little bit, and then we're gonna get going. All right. That's better for me. Cool. All right, check it out. Uh, Today's topic is being approachable and attitudes. All right. Again, feel free to connect with me, and we can go from there. All right, check it out. So, yo, welcome back. Right, welcome to all my peeps. Um, I hope everyone's well and everyone's doing good and healthy. Again, this is our first Basement Talk podcast episode on YouTube. Today, we're talking about being approachable and attitudes, and I think those go hand in hand. And maybe even body language. It goes hand in hand with each other, and it should be a great discussion, right? Some of y'all know y'all got some serious attitudes out here, so let's not fake the funk. Some of y'all need attitudes adjustment. So let's think about how you can change your attitude, because I know half y'all that's listening right now probably got attitude. All of y'all. I got attitude sometimes too, so everybody need adjustment. Again, I just want to thank you for tuning in tonight, and I really appreciate it. Right, if you haven't done this already, please make sure that you subscribe to my page and share my page. Tell somebody about all the fun stuff that we're gonna talk about in all these crazy episodes of life. Right. Um, of course, I'm gonna still continue to use this platform for my music. I'm a drummer. I try to sing. I'm a fake piano player. And I am the drummer for 1703. So make sure you follow that page too. And, keep the party rolling. All right. Keep the party rolling. This is how I view music and life, right? It's the best combination you can ever have. Music soothes the soul. So when you think about life and you think about situations that you're in, music kind of calms that down, brings you up. It can even bring you down, right? But it puts you in a place where you want to be at that specific time. So music is everything, and that's why I'm kind of cool. I can go in this direction because music and life go hand in hand with each other, right? So let's go. Enough of my boring talk. That was an incredible intro. Thank you for your applause. But I don't want to waste your time. And so let's kick this off. Feel free to comment in the chat. Um, and again, when I figure this out, I'll click you in and we can chat up some more. All right. All right, man. Being approachable. So, how important is it for others to view you as an approachable person? So, we ask ourselves that, right? Like, how do you want people to view you from the outside looking in, right? I know, as for me, I want people to be able to talk to me because number one, that's my character, right? Um, my character is inviting, and I think that just comes with how I was raised. My grandparents were very inviting people. The crazy thing about this is that I had two different types of grandparents, right? I had one really church going, um, God fearing grandmother and grandfather who, you know, the love was just crazy. It was just so inviting. I had another other opposite side of my grandparents on my mother's side, who too was a God fearing woman, but her approach to things were like, hmm, she was a little bit hard nosed, right? But at the same time, she still was an inviting person. So two different people, two different characteristics, and how they approached different things. But at the end of the day, they were inviting. You can talk to them about anything. So we'll touch on that in just a little bit. All right. So I bring it back to my character, right? For me, like I said, I just like just I always like people um to just know that I'm here to listen, right? So many times we don't have people to talk to or people to just listen. And trust me, I always want to get my point across too. So I, I I never was really good at listening. I felt like I had to always say my 2 cents, I guess, if you want to say that. And that wasn't right. That ain't the best thing to do, right? Sometimes the best thing to do is shut up, right? So you have to be approachable. People need to talk to you. They want you to listen. So be approachable so they can just pour out to you and you just absorb it and then you make a move from there, right? Another thing is I like to be approachable too because I have children, right? And um I want my children to be able to talk to me and explain things without being afraid. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my kids to be afraid to talk to me, um, and explain things. And, you know, I kind of blame myself a little bit because I could be very hard on my children, right? And that's just because I don't want to see them fail, right? No one wants to see their children fail. And so I could be a little hard on them. And that would kind of push them away though. They'll be like, oh man, I don't want to talk to dad. Dad, dad gonna get attitude. Dad gonna be disappointed. And now don't get me wrong, right? Like I always say this too, and I don't say this to be a jerk, but I'm not these little kids, right? I'm not my kid friends, right? I'm not here to sugarcoat. I did a small interview on Facebook with my younger boy, and I told him that friends and sugarcoat and just don't mix. You don't have no sugarcoat friends, right? And I shouldn't be no sugarcoat dad. So I'm not your best friend in that aspect. I'm a parent. So I still want you to fear me, but I want it in a respectful way. Like I want them to be able to talk to me about any and all issues, whether good or bad. Right. Just in general. I want to be approachable for them because I want to be that number one person that they come to when they need something or they just want to talk. Right. Shouldn't be no pressure in that. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. Tell me what you think. Right. Are you approachable person? Right. How are you with your children? What makes you approachable? Share some of your characteristics, right? How do you view that? I want to know. I want to know. What's up, Sanchez? Thanks for popping in, listening. I appreciate you. Um, you know, here's something else to think about too, right? Um, do you do you want people to even approach you, or are you okay with people just being out of your personal space at times, at all times? Some people don't like people talking to them. You know, I know some people who that just don't like to deal with people in general, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with you not wanting to talk to people, right? Don't get me wrong, but the problem comes with um you know when you want somebody to talk to you, since you haven't been approachable anyway, there's that gap where now you wondering why people don't come to you, right? And so it's not a bad thing to want to have your personal space, but it's kind of hard when you don't have somebody to come talk to you though, because you never really open that door, if that makes sense, right? um Everyone is different, right? But at the same time, again, I witness people, ask that question why folks don't talk to them or engage in them. And I mean, you're just not approachable. I mean, can you be fair? Yeah, Fernando, I know who it is, man. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. Thanks for tuning in. I really do appreciate you tuning in. You know, thanks for the love, man. Good people, man. Good people. So yeah, um, yeah, maybe you just not approachable. What you gonna do? Like, here's a question for you. Like, um, maybe is it time for change? A lot of people don't like to hear that, right? A lot of people don't like to be told that, hey, you got to change the way you act or the way you look. People take offense to that, like, oh, that's just who I am. Don't If they don't like it, they can go somewhere. There's some truth to that, and then there's some negativity to that too, right? I don't know, man. People got this RBF. Can I say that on YouTube without getting in trouble? Um, and I think everybody know what RBF is. Um, and I don't know if people are born with RBF, right? I just think it's just the way that people are. I've seen people with RBF smile, even if it's just for a split second. But that split second changes things, and that's what a lot of people don't realize, right? You can have that RBF face all day long, right? But the initial appearance or connection don't have to be that. It can just be a quick smile and then you're going about your way. That's just acknowledgement. If you gave me a quick smile with an RBF, I still consider you as approachable. I'm different. Let's be honest. I take people who seem, because I don't like to judge, but who seem like they don't want nothing to do with nobody. And I make that my duty to take my talkative self over there and talk to that person, because I want them to know that no matter what they're going through, if they're going through something, again, I don't want to be judgmental, or if they don't want to deal with nobody, I'm still a person that you can come talk to, and that if you need something, you can come talk to me. I think that's fair. I don't really think it's nothing wrong with that. What's your thoughts on that? Am I wrong for it? No, this is all opinionated stuff too, by the way. Um, right. I'm not telling you what's right or wrong to do. Right. I'm telling you what I do, but I'm not telling you what's right or wrong, if that makes sense. Right. I tell you how I get by and how I conquer things, um, just to make life a little easier. But you do it how you want. You do it how you want. I can't tell you yes or no. There's no right or wrong answer. Um, especially doing these podcasts. Right. I do these podcasts just because it's therapeutic, and I'm just sharing opinions, and I love to connect with people. Right. No one's perfect. No one, uh, you know, no, we all human beings, right? So we're not here judging, pointing fingers, none of that stuff, right? None of that stuff. I'm just saying that this is the way I connect with people, and this is what I love to do, and I love to share my thoughts, and I like to get feedback back from others. That's it. That's it. Never will I put anybody on blast. Never. Even if you try to put me on blast, I'll never put anybody on blast ever. Just because that ain't what I'm here for. I'm not here to tell my story or to have an excuse. Never. I'm never gonna do that. You're never gonna hear that from here. You might hear some scenarios, but I'm never gonna name drop. I'm never gonna point a finger. If anything, I'm gonna talk about myself because that's what I'm here. That's what I'm here to do. All right, cool. Enough of that. I kind of broke that off a little bit, but just so we have a baseline of what's going on here, you know. All right, check this out. All right. Um, I talked a little bit about change, right? But a question that comes up is, um, will change affect um how you want people to view you or even engage with you? So, what do you think? Would that change how would that affect how you want people to view you or engage with you? No, I was just talking about a simple smile, right? That simple smile can change the game. It can change the game real easy, right? So, um, that's not changing who you are. Again, I'm not trying to tell you what to do neither. Like I'm simply saying a small change can be major beneficial to you down the line, right? Honestly, you can be a person who don't like being around people or even engage with them, but that doesn't mean you can't be approachable, right? I think everybody needs to change. Everyone, myself, right? There's things I can still do to be better. I might think I got the smile to light up the world. People say that, right? But there's more to me. Like I can offer more to be better, right? True, man. True. A smile, it goes a long way. That's awesome. That's awesome, Fernando. You absolutely right. Right. It goes a long way, man. People can have a rough day. That smile will kick in. Boom. You know what? Thanks, man. You gave me a little hope. You know what? Just when I think there ain't nothing left, that smile let me know that hey, you know what? I can do it, and that's important. That's so important. So important. Um, let's talk about attitudes too, though. And I think I'm gonna mix attitudes and body language together. And as we kick back, I'm gonna kick back and get a little comfortable here because now I'm starting to get a little comfortable here. Um, attitudes, man. Let's talk about people's attitudes. So not only are you not approachable, but now you have an attitude in your body language. It all ties into one another. I'm not gonna show face that. I'm not. You know what? My initial "what's up" is cool, but later on, after we engage, I can still be positive, but I'm not gonna stick around the negativity. Or if your body language is like, yo, whatever. I mean, hey, after a certain point, you can't change that. You know what I'm saying? So, um, if you wonder why people really just don't want to deal with you, maybe you need to self check for real. Because attitudes are horrible. Attitudes change the game. It'll mess your day up. It'll mess up the vibe around you. See, like I work professionally. I work, as a supervisor, in Milwaukee. And if I came to work, number one, non-approachable, and number two, with a bad attitude, um, my shift would run like crap. I don't really even think the people will respect me for who I am and what I do. Right? They would bring that same energy to work. And what kind of work do you think I'm gonna get out of my people? Nothing. They're gonna come with I don't care attitude. Right? I ain't come to work today. I just came to get my check. That's the type of attitude and the type of um, setting I'm gonna have at work. So I lead by example. So if I'm approachable, so is the people that I lead at work. Everyone can talk to everyone. It's so cool to see the people at work. When one person get tired, the next person come over and help them out just to kind of keep them going and push each other, right? And so it's just cool working together because everyone is approachable and everybody got the same attitude and they understand what's going on and why they there to work. You ain't gotta love, or I shouldn't say love. You don't gotta like one another, right? I guess you don't have to like one another. You don't have to be in people's face, but simply just know what you there for and get along with each other and care about what you're doing. And it just makes the day go by faster. Like straight up. So easy to do. But you got to set the tone. You got to be approachable. You got to have the right attitude. That's how you going to get by, right? Your body language. If I came to work dragging my feet, if I came home just lazy and not wanting to do nothing, what do you think my kids going to be like? Right? Be lazy. Man, I ain't trying to be funny, but lazy kids probably got lazy parents. Some. I'm just saying, right? Unless you drive it in a, it don't help. I know TikTok came back up, and we got all these social media platforms. Um, the times ain't like how it used to be, where we can go outside, and ride our bikes, and kick it, and you know that was the thing to do. Now, kids are controlled by everything. Everything, the cell phone is everything. But if you see lazy parents walking around, their kids is 10 times worse. And that's the attitude that they got. They don't want to do nothing. Whatever. I'm here. And that's how your children gonna be. It is what it is. That's what they grew up watching. Right. So it's horrible. It's horrible. Right. Attitude, body language, how you present yourself. Right. I always try to tell my son that too. Like, he slouched over in the chair. Yesterday he had his hoodie on. We was doing a Facebook interview. He had his hoodie on. I was like, hey man, fix your hoodie. We're talking to people. Right. We're engaging. I don't care if it's on the camera, but we engage. Be presentable. Right. People want to talk to you, even if it's just during the chat. Me and Fernando having a conversation right now, and I'm being presentable. I'm engaging. I'm acknowledging as I'm going through the same motion of just making sure I'm getting my content out. I still be able to respectfully answer questions. Right. It's not a hard thing to do, but it keeps us engaging. Right. We build that connection. I'm approachable in a certain different type of way, but still enough to earn the respect. I don't know, man. I don't know. Times and people are different, right? Straight up. Yep. That's what keeps us on top. Yep. Having great connection with others. Man, I'm telling you. That is something that I probably need to work on, right? I kind of veer off into that connecting. Um, as I get older, or as I've gotten older, because I'm getting old, man, birthday coming up. Woo, I think I'll be 44 years old. Oh my gosh. Um, as I get older, like I found myself just kind of detaching from others, right? And I sit down and I have conversations with my immediate family here, and I'm like, yo, I don't really talk to my family like I used to, right? I don't engage in things, and maybe because like I have a different mindset on what I want to do and what I don't want to do, and I got every right to say yes or no to wherever I want to go or whatever I want to do. But at the same time, it's a bad thing to lose connection or that love from, you know what I'm saying, um, family, right, and even friends, right. And where I live now, I mean, kind of live away from where my family is, not far, but far enough, right. And as I get older, I like my peace. I like to be away, and so I enjoy that. But at the same time, it's not a bad idea to check in on them and see what's going on, and keep them connections rolling, right. Um, I still, and that's good. That's actually really good. You know what? That's a reality check. It just clicked in. See, this is why I do these podcasts, right? It just clicked in, right? And now that I'm away, right, and I'm not connecting with my family as much as I probably should, they probably think that I'm not approachable. Ooh, that's good. That's a reality check. They probably don't want to talk to me, but it's got to go both ways, though, right? It's got to go both ways, right? Maybe I feel some type of way too. Like, hey, you know, do I owe them a conversation? Or if you ain't going out your way for me, do I gotta go out my way for you? Does that take me out of my character? Yeah, it do. It do. I shouldn't think like that. I am made of flesh, and I shouldn't think of that. But hey, I'm human. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. So, long story short, though, yes, um, having great connections with others is key, man. And Fernando, that's a great point. That's a really great point. Um, Attitudes. I definitely had to have an attitude adjustment, and I still struggle with attitude. Like I get attitude real quick. Um, and sometimes it's stupid. When you sit back and you think about your attitudes, it's so dumb. And then that too will put you in a hole. And then you'll be wondering why people don't want to talk to you. And the first thing they're gonna tell you is because, dude, you get an attitude on everything. Trust me, I heard that plenty of times, and it's not a good feeling. Very true, Fernando. Very true, man. I get it's hard all the way across the board, man. To be honest with you, it's hard all the way across the board. Um, but when you know you can do better, then you have to do better. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, right? Right. It come with change. We talked about change a little bit earlier, and that's part of change, right? Change is um, understanding what's going on and what you need to do, right? I can still brought it up again, right? Great example. I can still live in peace and do the things that I want to do. But all it takes is just a little bit of adjusting, maybe just a phone call, maybe just every now and then pop up, say hello, just to let you know that I love you. I'm doing good. Ain't no change in me, but this is where I'm at. If you ever want to come visit, come out this way, um, and then go from there. But it's still things on my end. Again, I'm not pointing a finger. I won't do that. That I can do to make things better, right? When things don't get better, you have to make change so that they can. Can it be draining? Absolutely. Right. People say, well, man, sometimes I always change at this point. I don't really care if nobody talk to me or not. No matter what it is, work, family, friends, don't matter. Right. And that's understandable because your nerves is bad, you stress, but you just keep being you and be who you are, stay true to you, right? And then you at least know that you put your best foot forward and just being true. You know what I'm saying? And nobody change you. You try to change for the better, whether it work out or not. At least you try, and you being who you are. So yeah, this is cool. I really like this, Fernando. Make sure you share this with some friends. Please share it on your Facebook. Click the link. We want to get them subscribers up. I think I'm at like 36 or 7 or something like that. I'm gonna try to get to 50. I think I can get to 50 and use my phone. I'm new to this, but I really like the YouTube platform, and I'm gonna continue to use this. Um, I'm gonna continue to use this and um, and go. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that's all right. It can stink. It's totally fine. Somebody told me that my live stream stinks. Oh man, that's all right. I can take that. Um, but yeah, um, I'm going to continue to use this and keep on moving. Um, share, and then I'll post more things so we can continue to connect with one another. But anyways, have a good night, and I will surely talk to all of you later on. Thank you, man. God bless.